a writer and a practicing occultist. She hails from Rourkela, Orissa, and she's a Reiki master, pranic healer, Wiccan angel therapist, and tarot card reader. Her day job is copy editing. Rest, she spends her time in the company of her sister and their 3 funny dogs, Joey, Chandler, and Benny. She is also an independent researcher. Her studies mainly focuses on memory, slave narratives, Dalit literature, and feminist spirituality. Kanchan loves poetry, her favorite poet being Maya Angelou. She believes casting words in poetry or in a spell is a skill equally important to a writer and an occultist. So she values them, their essence, both ways. She says she would take even old ragged pages to her shelves if the words on them have an ounce of worth. Kanchan, we hand it over to you.
The poems I have here today are part of a manuscript I've been trying to put together for a while now. Tentative title is Velvet. So I begin with the title poem. These are not velvets on fire, but velvets of fire, layers and layers of ruthless desire. They seek not, they want not, still be to tell. The end is dead sure, live so you burn well. To burn is a right, you live thus to burn. Without fires and desires, heartbeats you never learn. The next is title Scarred. Papa's honey-like body has many scars. Legs, arms, belly, cascading up to his heart. As he sat crouched on the funeral ground, lighting his mother's pyre many years ago, he burnt his heart too, wounding it forever. The evening air pumped with vapors of the dead, odd-smelling final intimacies vasping away into the nothing, eyes blinded with tears or smoke. On the completion of rituals, he flitted through the remains and collected few intact bones into a red cloth, some ashes tied into a little bundle, and set off home with family and 8-hour journey, carrying the pouch under his belly like a baby all the way. A little grave was maintained in their backyard for the next 3 years. He wouldn't let go of even her bones, no matter how many relations alive suffered during the course. Every soul is a little earthen pot of honey. Human experience poisons it. Purification even more critical. Papa's honey too started to sour. Wounds on the heart making way out from the body, distillation of the soul. Pain splurged, not as the typical cries, cautious rejections, withdrawals, or even depressing art, no, that wouldn't have bothered much. It was the abuses, shallow responses, insensitivity toward life itself. Breathing bloods were consciously stifled and bones venerated with incense and fruit, everything uncouth. One nasty human experience left a family of 4 scarred. Next, Ganga in hope of Kashi. A river streams from my pineal, traversing the brinks of my heart. Flushing the navel, it gravitates further, in search of shores of my kundalini blood. Lonesome logs float from bank to bank, craving a burn, jealous of the already raging bundles. The river pushes, endless, effortlessly, breaking mountains, caving earths, thumping at mediocre humanly vitals, crushing glaciers through races, blowing ashes to faces. It cries, awaken, awaken. The next one is a personal favorite. I call it Creator. My vulva hides 100 springs, and that's my blossoms and blossoms to be. It's not anybody's occasional gardening spot. It's not for you to hack any rot. The air is a seductive pungent. The weed here is as bloody as the rose. Sweet meltings bathe the valley's town, breathing yet buried under a forest black, aimless and free, in the cusp of earthy care beats the bulb of life. Let it be. Don't look to the heaven, you fool. Your future, your God, his future lives in me. So I spent quite a long time in the Himalayas from mid-September till the first week of December. And it was a very profound experience for me. So there's a little poem, it's still in its rough draft, but it describes very much what I experienced these 2.5 months there. I call it As If. It is as if the mountains are rocking inside of me, and I am the earth, flesh and blood. As I carry the voices of the world, my womb trembles, I hold. It is as if the skies are rushing inside of me, turning sparkling black my gushes of red. Cosmic fire starts in me, I burn. It is as if a river is flooding inside of me, coaxing into streams, chasing boulders and banks, I flow. It is as if a storm is raging inside of me, shaking rock and sky, scaring birds to sleep, anger stashing fruit from branches, blowing leaves still green off of trees, I live. It is as if the sun never stops shining, lights the world with pride, but cries for its love, the night, somewhere floating at the other end, I hope. Okay, the last poem is called Krishna. I intend this to be the last poem of my book. Well, it's Krishna. You can well snatch away my paper and my pen, dare to erase my mind, take away all that you want, but you will never have enough hand to take away this world I had swallowed before my birth, this mind, this spirit. You can't. Oh, you just can't. Thank you.